Along the northwestern fringe of Greenland, there's a vast dome of ice, sloping above the rugged crust until it's taller than the Empire State Building. Prudhoe Dome, as it's called, belongs to the Greenland ice sheet. Standing atop its windswept surface, peering out at an endless white horizon, it feels timeless, eternal. A world of ice that always was and always will be. It's a dangerous illusion. Recently, a team of scientists bored down into the ice. They drilled and drilled until they reached the frozen sediment beneath the crushing weight of the dome. Then they dragged the sediment up through the ice from absolute darkness to the blinding light of the surface. What they found was unnerving. The sediments were full of a crystalline mineral called feldspar. When this mineral is shielded from sunlight, natural background radiation from cosmic rays, for example, occasionally knocks electrons out of their atoms. Defects in the crystalline structure of feldspar can trap these electrons. But when sunlight hits feldspar, photons, light particles, rip the electrons out of those traps. Now, if you're very careful, then in the total darkness of a laboratory, you can tease grains of feldspar out of sediment. You can hit them with infrared light to release their electrons. They glow as they escape, and the brightness of the glow tells you how many electrons were trapped. The feldspar at the bottom of Prudhoe Dome therefore had an extraordinary story to tell. The more electrons were trapped within the feldspar, the longer it had been since the sediment was exposed to the sun, and the longer it had been, the older the ice dome must be. But that's the thing. There weren't a lot of electrons. When exposed to infrared light, the glow of feldspar grains was so faint that it must have been only about 7,000 years ago that sunlight reached the sediments beneath Prudhoe Dome. Midway through the Holocene, not so very long ago, there seems to have been no ice at all, in a corner of northwestern Greenland that is now buried by a glacier 1,500 feet thick. It turns out that vast accumulations of ice can build up and melt when the Earth's average temperature changes by just 1 or 2 degrees Celsius. The feldspar beneath Prudhoe Dome seems to tell us that, not so long ago, Greenland was a very different place than it is today, or than it could be in the not-so-distant future. It's a warning we'd be wise to heed, while we still can.